the journey to getting to this level of confidence, it has not been an easy one. Like, this is the same girl who cried before her first studio session. God literally did everything I asked him to do. I asked him to increase my confidence. I asked him to, anytime I hold a mic in my hand on stage.
Be careful and take care of yourself, okay?
Y'all gonna wish me luck?
Oh, yeah, that's automatic.
You came to have a good time from the top to the bottom. I need everybody in the building to make some noise.
Cut to, we're getting ready to, start the show. And Miss Kathy says, all right, y'all, we need to pray. Who's going to pray? And immediately I'm like, I got it. What? Again, y'all have to understand, the girl I used to be would have never volunteered herself for that. But in that moment, I was just like, I know I need prayer, and respectfully, I don't know none of these people, so I need to make sure that I pray for myself so I know it's getting to where I needed to go. So yeah, I prayed for the entire room, and I just remember when I said, in Jesus' name I pray, thank God, amen, I was just hearing, yes, thank you, sis. Like, I can tell everybody in the room was moved by my prayer. So again, I'm trying to process this version of myself that's sitting here, because I didn't have anybody with me. Like, yes, my sis was there, but she's out in the audience ready to watch. My cousins were there. My friend, one of my friends were there, but I'm backstage by myself. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't have anxiety right now.
It's the moment you've been waiting for. Remember now, cheer, boo, and wave your Apollo fans to let us know how you feel. Because tonight, you hold the power to say, be good or be gone.
Oh, why was I the first performer?
Here we go. First contestant, give me those claps.
I at least thought I was going to be able to be kind of in the middle, but no. When I went and looked at that sheet, Faith Brown was the first name on the list. I'm like, you mean to tell me I got to go first?
A singer from Fayetteville, North Carolina. More energy gotta come. An online submission. Please put your hands together for Faith B.
What is this? But even still, that didn't make me nervous. So it was a mixture of being so grateful and thankful that God had answered all of my prayers by preparing me, but also just being so shocked because I'm really in this moment and I'm not afraid of it. That's what faith is. That's what faith is.
I tried to keep composure, guys. I really did. And it's hard to sit front row watching your sis on the Apollo stage and not be vocal. Because honestly, I couldn't not be vocal in the crowd, because that's what the Apollo is designed for. Amateur night, you have to scream for your person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hold on, because is there a way we can like set the temperature for the crowd? Like, should we give them the happenings of that whole moment?
Yeah, well, first of all, they have like amateur night junior before the adults go. So they have like the teenagers go first. So drama ensued between parents of the minors that were competing. And that kind of like shifted the energy of the crowd in the house. And so right after that, Faith was set to go on stage.
More energy gotta come.
Walking into the Lion's Den, had no idea. But nonetheless, what stands out the most to me is the moment before the show. When the actual show started, which I didn't have a lot of time because I had to go first. But I remember I was walking up the stairs saying to myself, wow, Faith, like, you really can't go back. Like, you have to get on the stage. Like, this is the moment. But I remember I was just holding the mic and I'm just standing there and my heart's beating kind of fast. And I'm just like, okay, God, we talked about this. I'm like, when I walk out there on that stage, you walking with me. I was like, just be my strength and give me what I need and remind me that you sent me here for a reason. That's the conversation I was having with myself. And I remember finally walking out there, the music starting, and I'm just like, I'm really at the Apollo right now. And thank God the lights were super bright, so I couldn't really see anybody's face like clearly, except Brittany, because she was right there. Like, baby girl was holding the phone like this because she was recording, and she was like, yeah. Like, she was vibing so hard with me, y'all. But I was like, I can't look at her because I'm gonna get cheesy. But it was such an experience. I noticed, like, maybe midway through the song, I had started seeing signs go up, but again, the lights are bright, so I can't really see what the signs say. But then, as I get to the left side of the stage, I was like, because I had to literally listen for it to see if I was tripping. I was like, are they booing? Like, do I hear boos? And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And I just slid on to the other side of the stage. Like, I was so...
Where I was.
Where she was, yes. Like, I was so not fazed by it. It's like I heard it, but I didn't hear it. I cared, but I didn't care. Because I'm just like, yo, this is a moment right now. Like, I'm literally on the same stage that Tony Michelle Living Legend Braxton was on some years ago when she was walking into this. So I walked on the stage not just with my faith, not just with the reassurance that God wouldn't send me anywhere that I wasn't supposed to be, but just knowing the person that means the most to me walked the same walk and still made it to where she is. I literally didn't have anything to lose. My song was Sitting Up in My Room by Brandy. Now thinking about it, perhaps maybe that wasn't the right song.
I mean, and that's fine. That's fine.
It's fine.
Didn't Tony say that?
Fine. Huh?
Didn't Tony say that in her book? Did. Okay.
Indeed.
So she's still Tony MF and Braxton.
Point blank to the period, okay?
Because she was already Tony MF and Braxton.
Talk about it.
And was already going to be Tony MF and Braxton, regardless if the amateur night crowd said yes or no.
Which I'm sure is why God dropped that nugget on me right before this moment. So he knew, oh my God. He already knew that's how that was going to go.
The amateur night at the Apollo does not mean, because of how they set it up, it's whoever can pack the crowd with the most people that know them. It doesn't necessarily determine who's the most talented.
You all did an incredible job. You can tell because you're still here. There was more people here. Yes. Now, there is no booing at this time because this is a noise meter. And if you didn't like the person, you should have let them know when they was up here. So here we go. We're going for first place first, second place, and then third place. So, without further ado, if I call your name, step forward. If I mess up your name, you know who you are.
And again, for me, just me being able to go and have the confidence on stage and not be shooketh by what was going on around me, I already won because I did that. That was all I really cared about, to be honest. That, and I had a great story to tell when I came back home.
First place, will it be Faith B?
When the show was over, I had people from New Zealand come up to me outside saying, oh my God, you sounded so great, but we couldn't. That's what everybody was saying. You sounded so great, but we couldn't hear you.
Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much.
And you look really good on stage. I mean, you've got a really beautiful presence.
Oh, take a photo. Yeah, okay, yes, it's just that. Come on. You could be in New Zealand. Come on.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, had a good time. Yeah, we do a lot of walking.
Thank you. Can I hug you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was so cool.
I know you've got a beautiful voice, beautiful tone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The New Zealand people were like, come to New Zealand and stay at our house. We got plenty of room. Like,
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. That was so good.
one of the security ladies, she was telling me, first of all, sis, you did great, but you just came on the wrong night. Matter of fact, the guy,
Yeah.
what do they call him? The guy that whops the people off.
Executioner.
Yeah, he came up to me and was like, sis, you just came on the wrong night. He was like, you sounded great, but they were just ready to boo.
Not a good crowd tonight for the most part. Vocally, she did an excellent job. I told her, I said, listen, song choice is everything.
I think so I sung Sitting Up in My Room. That's a very low song. So unless...
It's a low song in the intro. It's not super long intro, but there is an intro. Like, you don't start singing right as it starts. And that's what a lot of people did.
She worked the stage. So next time we're going to come bigger, we're going to come better. And I'm just so proud of her. I'm so proud that she made it this far. And I'm just so grateful to be here to support her. I love her with all my heart. I told her I got her back. But yes, she did an amazing job. Y'all should be proud of her because she killed it tonight. She did.
For me, I think it's just a simple fact that she's here in New York, and this is what she needed to really inspire her. She's going to come back harder, come back 10 times, 100 times much better. I think that this crowd, from what we're hearing with everyone, they're saying that it was like a situation where it was a difficult crowd. But again, Faith is going to come out on top. She came out on top already because this was the best for her. So
I'm just super proud of her. Like, I'm like stoked. I think her performance was great. I think that she was working against a lot of different obstacles, some of which she didn't even know. Because of course, as we know, like Apollo has a lot to do with crowd, and there was a lot of like crowd things that happened that affected, I think, the crowd's like kind of morale before she came on. She had one of the hardest spots to come in on. She was like the first person of the adult division after like the, so, but I'm so proud of her. Like, she worked the stage, vocally she was great. I mean, just like where she's come from in such a short period of time, like, and just her confidence, like, I'm just like amazingly proud of her. Like, she was up there, she was rocking it. Yeah.
Oh, so much joy and just
Thank you, sis. Yeah, that was a moment. Core memory.
For sure.
Love that.
Cut.
Which I don't understand. I grew up watching the Apollo. Like, me and my mom and my dad sat right here in this room and we would eat ice cream and watch the Apollo just to see who was going to get booed. And I remember I was like, man, if I could ever get up there, that'd be kind of cool, because if you can get through that stage without that happening, that means you're kind of sort of dope. So it was a moment for me, because I'm like, wow, God is literally taking me back to where I started dreaming when I was a little girl. And it took me getting this moment to realize that dream never went away. It was just suppressed.